Hello, peoples. So, this is going to be a light language healing from Pele. Pele is a Hawaiian or Polynesian goddess, associated with the volcano and all this stuff. And while she is, sort of in that vein of fierce goddesses like Kali and so on, she's not one of the darker ones. She just is um, forceful, you know, and very much centered on healing the solar plexus, which I suppose in some ways we can tend to think of as a more masculine type chakra, which is not really a thing, you know. You don't genderize spiritual energy, you know. It doesn't really make any sense. I'm just going to get to it. I feel that it's necessary. I'm going to do a short one on TikTok. I'm not sure if you're following me there, but I'm trying to bring people in that way. And it came up for somebody who was like, "Oh, I don't know who to work with. I haven't really worked with any of these spiritual beings before." I was like, "Pele." So, I used to do healings from her, and she also has a very bold ray of love, sort of like rainbow love energy, that just bursts forth all its colors, all varieties of energy. And it's very characteristic of the Polynesian sort of way of thinking and culture and all of that. So I'm just going to get right into it. Go ahead and take a few deep breaths. Let everything go. Set your intention to receive. This is also going to be a healing for the heart chakra as well, and maybe even a little bit of the throat. We'll see. And now open your hands, place them on the palm, face them on the lap. Words, sorry, or place them palms face up in front of your chest to receive. Okay? Allow yourself to move and sway with the light language. And if you want to guide the energy, then simply think of the chakra that you want to heal the most. Mostly solar plexus and or heart. Ya anda kata para kan dikiri persikti kin kaiskiya. Wan kan karak kiskiya kata para skati sikati na kadiya. Ya kata kan mereka para sikati ra sikati kaskata makaskani ya. Atsa kata para chikoti para kabara kiti ngara sa para kiti ya. Wan kata kam kamara kichikini kisi kan shona. Ya ansa sam kata ngana ya sikati para chikno ko fa sikati makaka ishke. Chikati ngara sikati koshkan ndu koshke. Ya anga ta para kata kiri sikati para sikiti sikiti kichikushkumana. Nggak matsumut kipkachkun narashia toratskana. Ya atsukut kan narashikiti prisikiti pisikiti pisikiti shikana rashia. What so katakan bakal putkulikiti pichkini yana. Nyang kondo wange makamenda kada paragiti ya. What so kotiki ko sakat makati barashina. Ya angul sukut maningan marigachi narashin doro sobekata nashi. What sa katanan karachi paro nukul mana kata dinki kinki andara bachkana. Ya musukut parakatini ahanarchikya. Atsarieta barachkodian narodum samet kiti maraktia. One of the Manchian Rakan San Batkis Kitian. What's to shoot no Canania? Ya sam taro shayo koran garat sigi per per kita pas ketir ni shotara. Wasam ramara shanara kitsiki tik tabak sigin dagi ushonara ya. Ansondan bar shamara biriti bar skidi nara bar chanta kiti biri bas kiti yat. Damat katam lat karam gat skidi yish. Once marga for far skidi ya. Wazum gurung marga marga bar skidi yin shinga deri shanara ya. Ya mun sumut kan marga tabut nara marga di bis skidi ya shara ya. Once marga mun kata gat skidi bar shigara ya. Once marga marga bar shigara ya. Sumot kan riskete riskete pechkete in kutu praktik praskete kechike. Isiket parat karen lara chiket aratsa dare sare isiket dare shondor parati nara chandar chikedi yana. Whatso tutu mumashka nara chayana. One zonari kesekete krenchka nara chimaratsi. I think we want to go even a little deeper. So this one might be a little emotionally painful if those weren't already. um, this is towards the second chakra. Unsunyanan karen koroso direkt verskere indare tu marga parashke yandara siderishkenia. Yanshin to vareskat to vaiskat parashket parasi dishke derishonaya. Once and the carrots the risk of Rashka derishonaya. One of the parashket roshon or skin derichina. And send the two to skit parashket voice at rishu derishonaya. One is I degree parashket derich and Rashanakadia. Yamasa Naraga parashke eskati shikatara to Yam subtkigu shwatot putsingi chichichichichichipurkushkania. Subtkibe anchanda rachapazania. Sibiski parachutana masa. Ihniriant la hanaria cham. Ya chakachikachina sibiskitianchina. Giamus medotototoskia. Yanda bratsko rachke rachi and rachim chikinet. Yakatskatutu mashakat unkatia kutsokatanarasha. Yatsa the rechko the ratio narasha narasha marikadiana. Answer the resi to rechko durum subrisketisketi and rich. Mandu ungo skin kim karachkin karasha. Something that I have had to learn recently is, well, it may take a little bit of aggression from the solar plexus when we're coming into our own and our self power. It doesn't mean being a jerk about everything, you know. Um, and it doesn't mean being dismissive and cold and all of that. You know, a lot of that we get this like attitude from modern people, and you know, I've had to deal with it personally where you're just like, I just don't care about anything. And no, that's not necessarily what, you know, proper standing in one's actual power and place and being detached from others and other things means, you know. It might take a little bit of that push because so many of us are incredibly empathic and get really caught up in other stuff. Something that I recently learned as well is that the thing that you spend the time thinking about the most is something that is sapping your energy. If it's not something that fuels you, if it's not something that fires you, if it's not something that you're incredibly passionate about, that you want to be doing all the time, like art or music or cooking or just hiking or whatever, if it's not something like that that you're passionate about, and it's something you're like, oh, my friends, you know, they're doing this and da 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 da, and they're stealing my energy, or oh, my boyfriend, and you know, it's not working, and I'm doing the thing, but he's not, and da da da, you know, all that kind of stuff. That is inadvertently stealing your energy, and it's probably your fault. All right. It's not necessarily up to the other person, even though they might be the benefit of your deflected energy. It is up to you to stop that. I've been having a difficult time just today, you know, getting my thoughts straight, getting my heart straight, and focusing on the things, you know, that I really need to focus on, which in some ways is why I'm making these videos now, because this fuels me, this fires me, this makes me passionate, you know. Um, and it's so difficult sometimes when we get caught up in something, in attachment, and we think that it's going to be good for us, and then we start resenting it somehow and deflecting all of that energy. It is sapping energy from us. It's so hard to not just get out of that, but to remember even what does fire us, what does fuel us, and what we are passionate about. It's very hard for me because sometimes I'll think about it. I'm like, I don't want to be doing anything right now. What could I be doing? You know, remember, remember who you are and what you do and what makes you feel good, and go do it. You know, for me, honestly, it's just been so much about getting in nature lately. I just have to be there, you know? And it's not, you don't have to do anything when you're in nature. It's just automatically healing. But to get away from all of the things, all the screens and all of the huzza noise, and even just being out of the house, is just so very important. Just sit there and stare at the water or the trees or the grass, whatever. Very important. Okay. So I just wanted to mention a few of those things because there's the heart stuff, which is the attachment, and there's the solar plexus stuff, which we were also working on, which, yes, stand in your power, be jubilant, be joyful, be strong. That doesn't mean being an asshole all the time. And sometimes it's difficult for me to figure that out, personally. It's like, well, how am I supposed to stand in my power and show people that I'm not attached to them without being a jerk about it, Because to me, I'm so self-effacing and so giving all the time, and I usually want to give. It's not like it's, I'm such a victim or martyr or whatever. I want to give to people, and yet I do it way too much. So, just a few thoughts. Listen again to this activation if it resonates with you. Listen at least 3 times, and I will see you next time.